Hello, this is Bwana from Bwana.tv, and today I want to talk about Valorant. I did receive a Valorant beta key, closed beta key, from watching, I believe it was Tim the Tap Man, and I got the key drop from there. I was kind of surprised because he had like 100 and something thousand people. But I managed to get a stream in yesterday on my live stream at Bwana.live, and my initial impressions of the game are that it's solid. It's a good first iteration, but it really reminds me of like CS 1.6 more than it does CS:GO. So those of you who played CS 1.6, you probably can kind of relate to that. And the game's fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's fun, and it kind of met my expectations. I knew Riot was gonna put together a solid title, but I'm still not convinced it's gonna dethrone CS:GO. That's gonna take a lot of other moving parts. I mean, you can have a great game, but other things just got to be perfect in order for that to happen. So in this video, I just want to give you my short thoughts on it and then leave you with some of my choice clips. There weren't a lot of them. I'm quite the potato, but I'm getting a little bit better with it. So the game is going to have balancing issues. I think that's going to be the biggest issue with this. Balancing issues, the biggest issue is going to have balancing issues. If you've ever played League of Legends, you probably know what Riot has had to deal with in that realm. But the abilities add that imbalance type of thing. I mean, the guns, everybody's going to have access to the same guns, so that kind of keeps it equal in some areas. But I can already see some balancing problems with some of these. Some of these abilities are kind of crazy, and that's only going to come with time. So as they introduce new heroes, they're going to have the same issue that Overwatch had. If they introduce somebody new, it's going to shake up the formula that's already there. And I think people are going to realize that Overwatch is not as easy to balance as they think it is. It's going to be a challenge to balance all this stuff. But overall, the game's fun. It's got a lot of buzz. It's definitely overhyped. Don't get me wrong. I recognize that this game is severely overhyped. It's crazy overhyped. There's been a lot of CS clones, some of which rival this one and could be better in some ways. But since it's backed by Riot, it's got everybody going, wow, I'm so hyped for some reason because it's Riot and esports, whatever. The game runs really well, is really small. I think it was a 6 GB download. You guys in comments can correct me on that, but it's a very small game, performs very, very well. That's one of the highlights, I think. And it has some great quality of life things that, you know, CS:GO and Counter-Strike can learn from. Hopefully they can add it, like being able to buy your teammates something is one click away. You can request things really easy. The call out system is nice. The map shows and names different locations, so you can kind of learn the call outs from the map instead of having to just play the game 1,000 times to do that. And the voice comms are really clear. They're crystal clear. Some of the best voice comms I've ever heard in any multiplayer game out there. Really, really nice. Lots of things are good. The game is minimal, so you're gonna have minimalist graphics, minimalist animations, and the art style kind of lends to that. You've got an art style that doesn't have a whole lot of complex textures. There's a lot of flat textures, and for a competitive game, a lot of people welcome that. But for the general masses, the casual crowd, people like me, you know, you're gonna see this art style may not appeal to you. I personally don't mind, but I can understand why people won't like it. Because you could tell the animations aren't as fluid as some other games out there. Overall, though, the game's good. If you can get into the closed beta, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough the next few weeks. But if you do get in, give it a try. I think you'll enjoy it. Head over to Twitch, the Twitch.tv directory. I'll put the link in the show description. Head over there and find your favorite streamer and just idle. Just sit there and hopefully you'll get a drop. It's tough because there's a lot of bots. Yes, people are creating these bot accounts and they're farming closed beta keys and they're selling them on eBay. Yay! So you kind of have to you gotta compete with that. I'm an Overwatch guy. I love Overwatch. I have a lot of fun playing Overwatch. So it's easy to compare this game to Overwatch. It's really easy to compare this game to Overwatch and say, hey, you know, is CS:GO with Overwatch, you know, CS:GO X or cross Overwatch, but it's not really that simple. I think it's more of Counter-Strike than it is Overwatch. If you play the game, you watch the game, it's definitely one of those things where you it's one of those games where you notice the speed first. The speed is like 1/10. It feels like it's 1/10 of Overwatch and other games like Apex and other fast-paced games. Call of Duty comes to mind. Shooters in general, not necessarily like this, but it's just slower and more tactical and slower. But that appeals to some people, and it doesn't appeal to others. So if someone says they don't like the game because it's too slow, that's a valid reason. That's definitely a valid reason. And I think that's gonna probably deter a lot of people more than it attracts. Honestly, in this day and age, in the Fortnite generation, it's the best way to say it. People like fast, let's go. You know, they don't really like this slow tactical stuff that much. Although Escape from Tarkov taught us that there is a big crowd that does love that kind of slow tactical feel. But overall, I think the game's worth a shot. It's gonna do well. I don't know if it's going to take CSGO, because CSGO has the Steam market. CSGO has the betting market. CSGO has embedded itself into our culture for 20 plus years. So Valorant has to kind of tear down that wall, and that ain't going to be easy. So enjoy the clips that I have for you, and hopefully they'll make you laugh. Some of them are kind of funny. Others show a little bit of improvement of skill, and others just show that the other players are worse than me. All right, take care. Have a good one. So it's like there and there, I guess, and then there. How do I?
Smoke's down.
Okay, that one was good. That one was awful.
One down.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining. 10 seconds left. Clutch.
There's some things you just can't teach.
Ulted it. My ult is ready. Let's go sewers.
Oh, baby, it's
Joke's
double.
over!
Enemy spotted.
Here comes my masterpiece! I blew you up! Satchel out.
One enemy remaining.
Prepare for hellfire!
Still here, amigo.
Man, lots of dumb plays now.
Killed.
30 seconds left.
What would you?
One enemy remaining.
Molly them in the back.
Okay.
One enemy remaining.
Ow!
Okay.
Hey!
Nowhere to run!
Last player standing.
Yo, don't touch me. Oh, you're smurfing.
Guy said you Smurfy.
Enemy spotted.
This is called the super long flank, chat.
Okay.
Spike planted.
Wait, you guys let him play.
One down.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed the video, please comment, like, subscribe. And if you want to support me even more, join my Patreon, patreon.com/Bwana. You can contribute as little as $1 a month. It really helps me out. It keeps me going, keeps me doing live streams, videos, and other content that you guys hopefully do enjoy. And I appreciate you all. Click that subscribe button here as well. And also check out my coffee channel. I'll put the link in the description as well. I have a coffee YouTube. You can subscribe to that as well. And thank you all to all of my Patreons for being so awesome, for supporting me. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you.